one of our favorite traditions at AGS, began with our first graduating class, the class of 2004. Our own Miss Sullivan, former academic dean and beloved English teacher, proposed that every senior write a speech and deliver it before the entire student body, faculty and staff, and family and invited guests. Now a part of senior EDLS, the senior speech tradition beautifully supports AGS's mission to encourage every student to find and strengthen her own voice. Working with her speech advisor, her English teacher, and other members of the faculty and staff, each senior has the opportunity to showcase her observations and opinions, her understanding of the past and present, and her ability to make connections. The senior speech tradition demonstrates our commitment as a school to graduating confident and articulate young women. I am pleased to introduce this year's first senior speaker. In preparing this introduction, I decided to do a little research on altruism, which by definition is the unselfish concern for the welfare of others. I read the words of philosophy and bioethics professor Peter Singer and watched TED Talks by French writer and Buddhist monk Mathieu Ricard and volunteer firefighter Mark Bezos in order to better understand what altruism looks like and how we can cultivate altruism in our society to make the world a better place. The TED Talk that I found most intriguing, though, was given by Abigail Marsh, who is the director of the Laboratory on Social and Affective Neuroscience in the Department of Psychology at Georgetown. Her talk focuses on what makes some people more altruistic than others, and she has spent much of her career trying to answer this question. We have often heard that humans are fundamentally selfish, and if that is so, Marsh wonders what makes people altruistic. She provides some brain-based evidence to support her contention that humans are hardwired for altruism. But she also spends time talking about compassion. She believes, like most of us do, that compassion drives altruism. But she reminds her audience that it is relatively easy to have compassion for people we love or with whom we identify. Marsh contends that an altruist is one whose compassion extends beyond those with whom we are familiar and reaches those who might even be strangers. I believe that our first senior speaker, Ellie Munson, possesses the qualities of an altruist. Her circle of compassion is wide and extends beyond her family, friends, and Atlanta community into the mountains of Honduras and villages of Kenya. She has found her greatest fulfillment comes from her service to others. If you see Ellie around campus, you'll generally find her smiling, chatting with friends or teachers, or twirling those bouncy blonde curls of hers. She is bubbly, eager to learn, and of course, always willing to help others. There was a time, however, when Ellie wasn't as content as she is now, when she struggled to find joy in her life. But that is her story to tell. What I can tell you is that Ellie has learned how to lean into her discomfort, reflect on her experiences, and make sense of life's peaks and valleys. Ellie's highest moments have brought her happiness and a sense of purpose, while her lowest moments have humbled her and forced her to dig deep within in order to turn personal setbacks into a passion that ultimately benefits others. Ellie's ability to empathize comes from facing her own struggles, which has allowed her to better understand that others' sufferings are often greater than her own. Ellie, you have faced hardships head-on and used them to mature and find your life's purpose. I am so proud of you. AGS community, please help me welcome our first senior speaker, Ms. Ellie Munson, to the stage.
at age 13 or assisting my grandfather in surgery. I have always tried to live life to the fullest, to make the most of my abilities, and to pursue my passions with heart. While this value is easy to uphold in the high moments of my life, I have to convince myself to follow this value in my lowest moments. When I have faced difficulties in my life, it has been easy to forget what I am capable of achieving. But I've learned that in my moments of greatest discomfort, I have grown to discover my passions. When I was in 8th grade, I thought of myself as a horseback rider. After 6 years and many lessons later, I hit the ground, shattering 2 vertebrae, breaking my back. Subsequently, my once burning passion and love for riding horses instantaneously turned into a sheer fear of riding. In that moment, so many aspects of my life changed, and I learned that the way one pictures herself will not be the same from 8th grade to senior year. Our perspectives and our passions will change. Mine certainly did, and that is as it should be. Throughout the rest of 8th grade and into 9th, I desperately tried to figure myself out. As my injury, confusion, and reliance on others' sympathy rendered me an enigma to myself and to everyone around me, I felt lost, and I was beginning to push others away. As I tried to move forward, physically and emotionally, I leaned heavily on the pity of others rather than finding the strength within me. And unfortunately, it was in this state that I endured yet another physical setback. On January 5th, 2015, the first day of interim, an event changed my life forever. But horrible moments like these are the ones you realize fuel your passions. As my mom drove down I-75, I started having a tonic-clonic seizure, which lasted for 2 minutes. I remember none of this, aside from waking up in an ambulance with the pain I believed could never be experienced. With all hope lost, in my 8th grade year, Miss Saunders said, "Ellie, the world doesn't give you things you can't handle. I know you are strong. I feel it. Do you?" Then she hugged me tightly. Sometimes you need someone other than your parents or your friends to believe in you and tell you how strong you are when it feels like the world is kicking you when you are down. I needed someone to push me. Miss Saunders did not let me feel bad about myself for long, and for that I am eternally grateful. It took time, physical healing, patient friends, family, and a lot of self-reflection, but I eventually learned to turn powerful emotions into positive actions through service. I now know that through discomfort, I found what excites me, what strengthens me, what makes me feel whole. I figured out that maybe, just maybe, I am stronger than I believed. So, for the rest of my life, I will spend reminding myself that I am capable of anything, and with that ability, I will channel my efforts into helping those who suffer greater hardships than I might ever know. Picture me, my blonde hair pulled back tightly, with a ponytail holder that has seen better days, and pushed back by the kind Lincoln Women's homemade headbands. We are sitting in the valley of the Honduran Mountains. I come to Honduras every year with my grandfather, a trauma and vascular surgeon. I work beside him as a translator, or when can find me in the pharmacy, explaining to patients how to take medicine, todo en español. We work inside a church where we create a makeshift medical center, and the location of this church is in one of the lowest and least accessible points in all of Honduras. The first and only road here was built when I turned 16. Our buses, trucks, and generators cannot reach this remote location, so we carry our materials by hand. Visibly, my blonde hair makes me look like an outsider, but still, in this moment, I am happiest because I have found myself in the lives of these people. Neither the soul-crushing Honduran heat, nor the fact I can't wear shorts can stop me from smiling. There it is, the sweet relief of service. My passion for service has been transformational. I have matured emotionally because in order to be compassionate, I have to feel others suffering. As much as I am committed to helping others, my commitment has been worrisome at times because somehow I put the weight of the world on my shoulders. Empathy is extremely powerful. There's no denying it. I see people fighting for their lives to survive cancer, and hopefully they feel I'm standing along with them, holding their hands. I feel and fight for others. I participated in probably too many protests, patient services, service projects, phone calls, and even tests that have culminated in my passion and my joy, service. In doing so, I have learned not to pity myself, but rather to see and use my strengths and work to improve my weaknesses. My passion for service began by turning bad situations into those that helped me see the good, the hope in life, and that was no small feat. But when one finds her true calling, she realizes it has been waiting for her all along. Helping others is my true calling. Whether it means I move to Kenya, Honduras, or anywhere around the world, it is my deepest love. Gandhi once said, "The best way to find yourself is to lose yourself in the service of others." When I see something that looks wrong or unjust, I work tirelessly to fix it. I lose myself in service because it fulfills me and gives my life purpose. I don't have all the answers, lots of money, or experience, and honestly, I don't have to be the smartest person in the room to help people. Service to others comes from an understanding of and love for humanity and all of its joys and sufferings. As Mandela wisely said, our human compassion binds us one to the other, not in pity or patronizingly, but as human beings who have